We've already begun Act 4 and seen how Ferdinand was handed over Miranda after securing the promise. Now, Prospero has prepared an entertainment for the newly betrothed couple. He wants it to be a super duper hit show. Remember, it's a drama inside the drama, somewhat like the flash mob of nowadays. Here, spirits are dressing up as goddesses and bestowing their blessings upon the couple. The three goddesses that appear in the scene are Iris, Juno, and Ceres. Iris is the rainbow goddess and messenger of Juno, the wife of Jupiter. Jupiter is supposed to be the god of gods and goddesses. Juno travels in a peacock. The masque begins with Iris, the rainbow goddess, extending her invitation to Ceres, the earth goddess. We have already completed that dialogue. Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, witches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep, and flat meads thatched with stover them to keep. Here, a description of earth is given, a visual imagery is presented to us, and Iris is conveying the message to Ceres that Juno has invited Iris to the grassy meadows. And Ceres is replying. Here, Ceres replies, Hail, many colored messenger, that never does disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffusest honey drops refreshing showers, and with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and my unshrubed down, rich scarf to my proud earth. Why hath thy queen summoned me hither to this short grass green? Many colored messenger, because you know rainbow is seven colored, the rainbow goddess. She always obeys Jupiter, being the messenger of obeys Juno, the being the messenger of Jupiter's wife Juno. The wings of rainbow goddess is orange in color. When it moves the wings, the droplets of water fall on the flowers like honey and refreshes it. The rainbow is like a beautiful scarf covering the proud earth. Thus, Shakespeare gives us a visual treat for us, readers of the rainbow goddess. Ceres asks the purpose of the invitation, why she is invited. And Iris gives the answer to that, why she is invited. It's very important. 2 points are there, why she is invited. A contract of true love to celebrate. The first point, to celebrate the contract of love or to celebrate the engagement of Ferdinand and Miranda, and some donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers, to freely bestow some gift on happy lovers. So 2 points are there, to celebrate the betrothal or the engagement and to give gift to the lovers. Now Ceres asks for a clarification regarding Venus, the goddess of love. Ceres inquires whether Venus and her son is also invited. Tell me, heavenly bow, if Venus or her son, as thou dost know, do now attend the queen. Now, why? Why is Ceres having a problem with Venus? Ceres dislikes to be in their company with goddess Venus. Now, here there is a story. Here is Pluto, since they did plot the means that dusky dark. Dis is Pluto. They the Pluto, the god of underworld. In classical legend, Persephone was the daughter of Ceres. She was very beautiful. One day, Ceres says the story. It is Ceres' perception that is given to us. While plucking flowers one day, the pretty Persephone was carried away to the underworld by Pluto as his wife. After much negotiations between gods and goddesses, Pluto was forced to return Persephone for 6 months every year. Hence, 6 months of summer when mother and daughter is together, and 6 months of winter when daughter is in the underworld. Here, Ceres says she wants to avoid the company of Venus and her scandalous son Cupid. Since they did plot the means that dusky dis my daughter got her and her blunt boy is a blind boy, scandaled company. She doesn't want their company. I have forsworn. I have already promised that I will not have anything to do with them. And Iris assures her that she needn't worry about it. Of her society be not afraid. I met her deity cutting the clouds towards Paphos, and her son thou drawn with her. Venus travels in a drawn chariot. Venus was traveling through clouds towards Paphos. Here, Venus is this is away, and Ceres needn't worry at all. Here thought they to have done some wanton charm upon this man and maid. Here, wanton charm means a spell provoking lust. Man and maid here is Miranda and Ferdinand. Venus had come here doing some of her magic so that Miranda and Ferdinand will be tempted. And wanton charm upon this man and maid whose vows are that no bedright shall be paid, bedright physical union shall be paid till Hymen's torch be lighted, till Hymen is the god of marriage. So until Hymen has lighted the torch or until the marriage has taken place, they had promised, they had vowed that there will be no physical union. And here Venus and Sun had come, tried their magic charm upon Ferdinand and Miranda to tempt them, but had failed as they stood fast in their promise. So they have gone from here, but in vain. It was useless. Mars, hot minion, is returned again. Minion, darling. The darling of Mars. Mars is the god of war. Has returned, gone back. Her waspish headed son has broke his arrows. Waspish headed, irritated. He was irritated because he was not successful in tempting Miranda and Ferdinand. So what did he do? He broke his arrows, swears he will shoot no more. He says that he is not going to use his arrows anymore, but he will play with sparrows like any other boy.